Today's horoscope from Astrocademy Leo May 22, 2022. This is a time for tuning into goals that feed your need to feel more connected with the world around you. Reaching out to others is one way of seeking out more emotional satisfaction, and another way involves focusing on some of the dreams and hopes dearest to your heart. Mercury begins its transit of your solar 8th house today. You'll be making plans and formulating strategies rather than jumping too quickly into action. It's an excellent time to sort out trouble areas or mediate and negotiate better relations, finances, support, and life strategies. You may be doing more troubleshooting than usual, and you're very successful at this task during this cycle. It's an active period for deeper thinking and understanding, and it's a generally good time for intimate conversations or consultations. You may be doing some valuable research or investigation. Single or already attached, today's astro weather is nothing short of ironic. For instance, the moon will make its monthly debut in mischievous Aquarius and your experimental 11th house of associations, community, and sense of belonging in the world, which means you're more prone to prioritizing your individual freedom at this time. Mingling and schmoozing with someone in your social circle? The moon will simultaneously square off with bountiful Jupiter via your intimate 8th house of sex, mergers, collaborations, and soulmate connections, which means that despite your innate desire to socialize, a part of you is still craving something deeper. How about a bit of both? Now is the time to intuitively navigate your new fiscal plans and ideas. While Mercury was in Aquarius throughout the last few weeks, you could have been negotiating unique contracts, partnerships, and deals. Now that Mercury has left Aquarius for Pisces, you could navigate those conversations with intuition. Ask yourself what feels like a good opportunity that could transpire a fantastic payoff or lead to considerable resources. Your gut feeling could play a role in figuring out what is worth committing then following through with. Use this transit to be hopeful yet realistic. Held back by a retrograde phase, Mercury finally returns to your financial sector and with perfect timing. Not only will Mercury be here ahead of next week's full moon that will energize both sides of the financial fence, but just as he returns with the smart head for money that can start turning a sense of what's possible into a game plan. Your social life is due to suffer some turbulence. You feel put down by friends and family or even get into arguments with them. Take a critical look at yourself. Perhaps you are asking too much of your loved ones. Hold back a little and resolve the issues by talking to them instead of trying to have your own way all the time. Contact a friend, especially if it's someone you used to be very close to and have lost touch with recently. Whatever you do, make sure to stay connected. A tendency to rush into romance scares off potential candidates for your love. Such a forceful approach can have an adverse effect on the person you desire. If you're not looking for rejection, try to develop a gentler and serene attitude, then those you meet find you to be a far more attractive proposition to date. Part of your nature is to see both sides of an issue. Another part of your nature is to be blind to the issue altogether because you have overextended yourself. In other words, the real issue can sometimes get lost in the many perspectives you are able to see. This is why routine is so vital to your sign, routine in the most basic sense. Try to strengthen your routine by exercising every day and planning your meals ahead of time. Spontaneity should fall within structure. If there's a relationship in your life that has been causing your grief, this might be the time to walk away. As tough as this can be in the best of circumstances, there is strength to be had in the vibration that is in the air today. Not every relationship you develop is meant to last a lifetime. Try to find the best approach to the specific situation, and then do what you must. Take time later to be good to yourself. The moon's last visit to your relationship sector before Saturn's retrograde turn here comes just as moving into his final 2 weeks in direct motion he is already slowing down. Saturn is the planet that is acting as an anchor for your relationships, giving you something solid that you can draw on when you need to feel grounded. As well as a chance to become more emotionally engaged and connected, an alignment with Saturn will give you a read on his call for a slow and more deliberate approach to all your relationships. The moon's monthly visit to your relationship sector was always going to be a valuable chance to check in, but it is the timing that makes this more than just a chance to become more emotionally engaged. The moon is here during the sun's first and Mercury, the planet of communications, last full day in your friendship sector, and this is creating a lot of support for friendship and relationship building. Our eyes in the sky. Mercury's splash into Pisces, which happens today, can boost imagination as well as paranoia. The information we hear and relate may not be completely legit, because Pisces, which is known to add emotion and personal sentiments to information, is now affecting Mercury. This transit can bring deep emotions to the surface, so this is a moment when we might want to check in with others who are struggling. Calming our thoughts and emotions is key, because not doing this can lead to anxiety. Dreams have the power to become reality now. As long as you keep the focus on the task at hand, you'll be able to bring your vision to life. Focus on manifesting what you truly desire. Doing this will allow you to achieve greatness, power, and strength within yourself. You can use this energy to manifest career aspirations and abundance. Your professional goals are changing and deepening. All the more reason for you to make transformative efforts to take your business to the next level. Now is not the time to hold back, rather, it's a moment to incorporate your hopes, wants, and wishes into something that can be life-changing and sustainable. In the morning, the moon sextiles Chiron in Aries, facilitating healing through conversation and speech. The Aquarius moon urges us to open a dialogue with our subconscious mind and be willing to communicate anxieties verbally. By tying language to experience, we create a new vector for self-expression, helping us to move through pent-up grief. A chat with an old friend or a new acquaintance can put our insecurities into perspective. Once we have purged repressed feelings surrounding old traumas, we seize the day with improved confidence. In the late afternoon, Mercury enters numinous Pisces, stimulating our psychic senses. We are more easily able to pick up on nonverbal signals, vocal tone, and body language. Reading in between the lines has its perks, but while our imagination is at the helm, we risk certain lapses in judgment. Mercury is in its fall in Pisces. Details may be confused as our emotions and intuition butt into our rational thought processes. Mundane appointments, scheduled dates, and errands can be forgotten. It's a bit like a mini Mercury retrograde. On the bright side, this transit helps us to communicate mystical or spiritual concepts and aids creative inspiration. It is an especially auspicious time for artists and performers to dream up new projects.